What up, Buckeye Nation? Welcome to the Buckeye Boyz, where we talk about college football with real fans. Today, I'm blessed to have several co-hosts with me. Brad, right here to the right of me, Kenyatta Jackson Sr. You might know his son as Kenyatta Jackson Jr., an elite electric defensive end for the Ohio State University. We got next to him Tony. He does all our graphics and artistry, and he's amazing. You should definitely holler at him if you want to get some clothing or anything. Down below me, we have Shaun, one of my good friends that I met through this whole podcasting thing, and we got Tyler, avid Ohio State Buckeye fan. Welcome to the Buckeye Boyz, and we're ready to get started. So, how you guys been today? Brad is down in Miami. Out here riding it out with the hurricane right around the corner from him. As you can see, the palm trees blowing. How you doing, Brett?
About that life. About that life down here, fellas.
That's
Hope you're
Hey,
good.
staying safe, buddy.
I'm
Stay
blessed down here,
safe.
man. I'm blessed down here, to be honest with you, man. We can't take life for granted. We got to capitalize on all cylinders. We have a major storm out there heading our way, and whatever the case may be, so, man, you just got to stay prayed up and covered and shielded by the man above.
Absolutely. What's up, Dev? Up in the comment section with us. So Dev is on his way to Oregon. He's going to do some vlogging his trip and his journey throughout the thing. So stay tuned for that coming up. Tony, how's your day go?
Going great, man. Here for another Buckeye Boys show. Couldn't be happier.
Absolutely. What's up with you, Shaun?
I'm happy to be here and chat football with all you fine folks.
And Tyler, how's everything with you today, brother?
I'm great, bro. I'm great.
That's good to hear. So really I wanted to talk about several things today. We might as well talk about the elephant in the room. It's a big weekend coming up. We got the Ducks is duck hunting season. So let's start off talking about the Ducks. There's one thing that I found interesting that I was absolutely completely wrong. I thought a Penn State whiteout game would be louder than just Austin Stadium. But when I did
hmm
my research, it shows that Austin Stadium has been measured at reaching 127 decibel level, while a Penn State whiteout games only reached 122 decibel level at its peak. So, how do you guys feel that's going to affect the game come Saturday? Do you guys really think that like we might get a lot of false starting going on with the offensive line?
I think they could
What?
always go with the silent count, you know?
Yep.
I mean, from what I heard, like Austin Stadium is like louder than Neyland Stadium with about half the fans. Neyland Stadium's like 100,000. You know what I'm saying? You got 90,000 home fans. Austin Stadium, like if you count the home fans, it's like 39 or 40,000. So like, just the acoustics of it, like it's gonna be a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like, so I'm sure something they've never experienced, but like I think what adversity this team has faced, like I don't think it's gonna be that much. Like I think it might affect us at first, and like I expect wholly that like maybe the first quarter we come out and we look like we did every other first quarter most of the time, but I still think it's not going to affect us for the whole game.
Me
What about you,
personally,
Tyler?
I don't think it's going to affect us all that much, especially when if we play like how we've been playing on the offensive line, and we just keep moving them off the line of scrimmage, it won't
Yep.
matter.
And what about you, Brad?
I don't think it should be an issue because you still have these guys who've been there 3 year plus, and guess what? They'd have been in the shoe. They'd have been up to the team up north. This should be no problem. But at the end of the day, fans do cause problem as far as the play calling and the signals that go in and out from sideline upstairs to downstairs. What okay? You still gotta play football. Either way it go.
So I watched Josh Fryer's interview today before we hopped on. He said they're definitely doing silent count, so that's
hmm
definitely going to help. And they're focused on not having unnecessary penalties on the O line. I did find it interesting that when he was talking about Birch, and they were asking him what does he remind you of, or who can replicate him at practice. He was like he can't be replicated. He was like I just go against JT and Jack and just try to get the best out of them that I can. But he's 6'6", 290 pounds, and he moves like he's 250. So I think that's going to be a key matchup. I think the team feels as if Birch is going to be lined up on Josh Fryer's side. They might have to put a tight end there to help double and chip Birch to help Josh Fryer out a little bit because one-on-one, I don't think he could block him, to be honest with you.
Well, Josh Fryer has struggled with the twitchy fast guys this year. The power guys he's handled, but it's the super twitchy fast guys that have been getting right past him. And so, like, they're going to have to do something, or Josh Fryer's going to have to step way up. That's it.
Put a running back, or a tight end. Just constantly chip them, bring the tight end over. Maybe run some unbalanced looks, too.
Hopefully trade blocks like you did before.
You good, Ty?
Yeah. I was just plugging in my charger. That's all.
Okay.
Hey,
What's up, Brad?
They're going to wear that fella down because, listen, we got so much fresh legs going in and out the game. We're going to wear that big fella down. He's good at what he do, but if you got too many legs coming at you, bro, man, it's a wrap. They're going to wear him.
Right.
They're going to wear him down decently.
I think they're try to. What's your thoughts on it, Tyler, about the matchup between Birch and Fryer?
Me personally, I think that it's not going to be that big of a problem if you just do what we've been doing and you just chip him or you just run at him all game long. He ain't going to do anything. Like, if you keep running at him, he can't get to the quarterback. Mm-hmm. So I would keep running Judkins. I would keep running Henderson and see if he can stop them for 4 quarters because I don't think they can.
Do you guys think they're going to use a lot of tempo to try to tire out that defensive line? Because I don't think they have much depth, to be honest.
Yeah,
so. Definitely not on depth. So,
I mean, if you look, that's Chip Kelly's trademark, tempo. So I think that's a good way to do it. Wear them out, throw a lot of those bubble screens. Make that guy run back and forth, man. Wear him out.
Yeah.
Get him gassed. Then when he's tired, then you run the rock at him.
Double and scrape right on him. Double get up to the second level.
Ohio State got too much. They got too much ammunition, man. They got too much ammunition. Too much.
Yep. So, anything else you guys want to bring up that you guys have on your mind? We'll start with you, Tyler.
Yeah, my first topic I want to talk about is the Bussin' with the Boys Connor Stalions interview.
Uh-huh. And chat, feel free to engage in the conversation. I'll pull up your responses and we'll discuss it as well. So what about Bussin' with the Boys and the Connor Stalions interview that you're wondering about?
Well, for one, it's kind of when this man lives in his own lies. He keeps lying and lying and lying. He's telling when you keep living a lie, everything you're saying makes it seem like you're living and like all the lies are starting to become true because you lied so many times. And the thing is, when you keep lying, you have to keep lying and lying and lying. So honestly, I think it's a bit pathological at this point. And when you're at this state of pathological lying, what is your fan base thinking of you? Because you keep embarrassing yourself on national TV and recording yourself nationally. It's a bit head scratching, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I have to agree.
To me, I don't understand. It makes sense. Bussin' with the Boys. Taylor Lewan is a Team Up North ex-player. So it kind of makes sense that he also works for Dave Portnoy, by the way. So it kind of makes sense that they would have him interview Connor and try to frame it as, oh, well, I cheated for Ohio State. Yeah, right. If you did that, why would Ohio State would know all the plays that you know? They would have known and not been caught off guard that you were stealing all of our plays. And they didn't ask him at all about advanced scouting. They just asked him about stealing signs, which is completely legal. So that's how they're trying to frame this. So I think it's just very interesting that he's still seeing the light of day. If I was the Team Up North, I would try to bury this guy. I would want everybody to forget that he even existed.
The they're trying to spin a narrative like that this sign stealing thing's the only thing that he did, whatever. And he's like, I don't fault anybody mental health or whatever, but like this dude is like next level, a level I didn't know existed, crazy, where like he says things and buys into it as he's saying it, and like lives in that world of insanity, and like is completely convinced, can recall things like out of the blue, but will not recall what was he on the Central Michigan sideline, like, and he's only been interviewed by Michigan men or soft ass Netflix. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like literally, like he's just living in a world of insanity. And, like the Michigan media is feeding into it. You know what I'm saying? Like even in the documentary, like Dave Portnoy was like, yeah, no, he definitely told me he was on the sideline, and still is dying with a lie, like because he believes that. Like it's next level insanity.
And my other problem I have with it is he said he cheated because he didn't want a 3-way tie with OSU, Michigan, and Michigan State. We were going to beat Michigan State regardless. We didn't need your help, nor did we ever ask for it. And why would you help out your arch rival claiming that we stole stole signals? We never did that. And also on top of that, saying that claiming Ohio State has a Connor Stalions employed at Ohio State. That's the part that really got to me. That really frustrated me, because when are you going to admit that you actually did this on your own, Connor?
Right. No accountability. That's what I see from that. You know, he doesn't want to take any accountability. He wants to act like nothing happened. He's living in a fairy tale land, to be honest with you.
Well, you can't believe anything he says, man. Everything's a lie. I mean, 1 minute he can't recall that he was at when they interviewed him for that NCAA investigation, they asked him if he was at the MSU Central Michigan game, and he said he couldn't recall.
So I got a question. You know, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead, Shaun.
Oh, that's okay. But then Portnoy said in the same documentary, yeah, that's Connor Stalions at the MSU Central Michigan game. He told me he was there. So right there he lies. So how can you believe a word that guy says at all? He's a liar.
Man, that's funny what Eric just posted. If Ohio State had a sign stealer guy, he should have been fired because he sucked. 100%, E. Like, I agree 100,000%.
I have 100% agree, Eric.
To you guys, and Brad, you can answer this first. When will the team up north stop trying to spin this story and just accept the punishment? And also, how long before the superstars that are supposed to be first rounders, i.e. Mason Graham, Kenneth Grant, Will Johnson, before they decide to fake injuries and sit out for the rest of the season and just get prepared for Sundays?
Well, first of all, you got to watch and see and listen what plays, because you got to watch how it plays out. But you got to remember, let's start with the head first. You know who the head is, right?
Yep.
Jim Harbaugh. Ain't nobody finna sit up here and tell me otherwise that Jim Harbaugh did not know nothing.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, he got to make everything final. He got to finalize everything. So from the head all the way down, it doesn't even matter. That's why Jim Harbaugh left.
Yeah.
With no remorse. So you're not gonna sit up and tell me he did not know. But for far as the player wise, man, it's a hit or miss. Maybe some players knew, some players didn't. But at the end of the day, it's not the player's fault. It all boils down to the coaches. At the end of the day, all grown men. And when it comes to these players, they end up a ball player trying to go to the league or whatever they try to do to get to the next level in life. You know what I'm saying? So I can't fault the players, but I can actually fault the head and the rest of the coaching staff.
So let me rephrase this question. I'm sorry, just the second part of the question. Do you guys think that they sit out, that these 3 or 4 players that are going to get drafted play against us in the game on November 30th, or do you think they call it quits before then? Shaun, what's your thoughts?
I think it all depends on if they're alive for the playoffs or not. If they still got a chance for the playoffs, I think they will. If not, then I could see them making a business decision and say, we don't want to get hurt. They're going to thump us. We'd
What
be
about you,
better
Tony?
off just in.
What about you, Tony? What's your thoughts? You think they play in the game?
I don't think so because I mean they're going to lose. I'm sure to Illinois or Indiana or both. And if they lose to both, they're definitely not playing. But if they lose to one of them, like I mean, they're on the downward trajectory. Like they've already, you know what I'm saying? Like lose to one of them, pretty much over. They lose to both of them, it's definitely over. Like I just don't see those dudes actually making that step and going and playing against what essentially is an NFL team to get embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? Like they're already, I'm sure they already feel ignorant because like literally like the Michigan way has been to die with the lie. You know what I'm saying? We're spinning this narrative, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to go with it to our grave.
Yep.
And that's what Michigan fans do with telling us Alec Orgy is the best thing to slice bread until 2 seconds ago. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what they do. They buy into the delusion, and they ride it, and they die with the lie. So let them.
Yep. What about you, Tyler? Do they play in the game?
Me personally, I don't think so. Because I think by then, they'll be checked out.
Yeah.
Because you can already tell in the Washington game, Will Johnson looks like he's checked out.
Yeah.
So, what makes you think that all the rest of them will actually decide to actually play?
Yeah. I like what Kevin Chavez just said. Stilly, I think it's a risk for Will. If he plays bad, it might hurt his stock. If he plays well, it may help his stock. Or his stock may already be set by then. So I think Kevin's saying like he doesn't think that Will's going to play because he has nothing to gain from it. Yeah. I also don't think that they will play. I think fake injuries are coming abound because I don't see them beating Illinois or Indiana. To be honest with you, I think they're already lost. They're going to definitely lose to those Ducks. So I mean, by the time November 30th comes around, they have literally nothing to play for. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. You know.
I don't call it fake injury. I call it chicken out.
Yeah. We could call that. We could call it that.
2020 all over again.
Right. But this time they actually it's probably smart for the players to like protect their stock and just think about chasing the money, you know.
But that's what it's gonna boil down to with the players itself. They're gonna try to save themselves for the NFL, for the combine, senior day, whatever the case may be, to get to the NFL. So they're gonna boil down to that.
Me personally, I think that it's a bit of history is repeating itself.
In what way?
So, doesn't it feel like 2020 all over again for them?
Yeah. Yeah, they had a horrible season that year. So, history has a weird way of repeating itself over and over and over again. So, I think a bit karma is happening this year of 2020. And they're going to get humiliated in Columbus for missing out in 2020.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You know Day's not going to take it easy on him. If he's up, he's going to go full throttle on him. There's not going to be any calling the dogs off. He's going to try to put 100 on him if he can.
He still owes him for that 100 from 2020.
He does.
Yep.
Jim Harbaugh put the people in a bad spot.
Yep.
Jim Harbaugh put the people in a bad spot.
I mean, they all did.
Well, he's not.
It was a group effort. It was a group effort to get them to here. Like, and you know, they say if you don't learn from your mistakes, you're doomed to repeat them. Here we are again. Oh, and there goes Mel.
Well, he's not doing them any favors either, guys. He keeps running his mouth about the NCAA, saying how bad they are, that they got no integrity, and they can't punish them. I mean, if he just shut up and go away, but he's making it worse for him. Do you think the NCAA is going to take it easy on Michigan now? No. I mean, he just continues to stoke that fire. It's almost like he doesn't like Shaun more and wants him to fail.
Honestly,
I mean, he took the whole coaching staff. You know, he took his whole coaching staff almost.
He definitely set
I mean,
Shaun Moore up to fail from the beginning.
Yep. I mean, the last couple of years he didn't recruit like he should have. I mean, not last year, but the year before on signing day, he was out National Signing Day and he's taking an interview for an NFL job. What's that? I mean, what's that say to a kid? They're not going to want to go to play for that coach. He's not even here on signing day. He's looking
He's
at
checked
another
out
job.
himself.
Yeah. He was trying to get out of there 2 years early than he did. He was. He was trying to take any interview. If anybody had offered him a job, he'd have been gone.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree.
Yeah.
Because they don't
No,
they put him in a bad spot. They put him in a bad spot.
They definitely did.
Shaun Moore's a dead man walking.
Yep. Just like the rest of their coaching staff, dead man walking.
But they gonna punish Michigan big time. From what 2021 to now. They're gonna take a nice beating for some for the next three to 5 years, hopefully, and see how that go. But as far as their recruitment, they're gonna lose a lot of recruits, big time. And they gonna be missing some bowl. They not gonna be initiated to go to no bowl games if this go how it's supposed to go. So they gonna take a nice beating. They gonna take a nice beating.
No, I agree. And I think, it's Devin.
Hey, Devin, what's up?
Yo, what up, fellas?
What's going on, bud?
Hey, I'm gonna be honest. I had no idea I was actually about to pop on this thing. This is actually an accident.
That's awesome. Like
So-
magic, Devin shows up to
Mello
save the day.
just was like deuces.
Abracadabra.
Yeah, dude. I'm literally sitting in a parking lot on my phone, and I saw Mello get off, and I wanted to get on here to make sure I could manage y'all on here, but it didn't give me that option. It just put me right on the live, man. I don't even know what's going on right now.
Hey,
Awesome.
Welcome.
Yeah, I guess I'll hang on to. Mello's not back yet, right?
No, he's not back yet.
No.
Okay. Well, as soon as he pops back on, I'll hop off here. But what were y'all just talking about, man?
Hey, I got a
We were
question.
talking about the team up north and all the stuff going on with that, the Connor Stallion stuff or whatever, and then all that. His interview with Bustin' with the Boys.
Yeah.
Involved into what's going on
Yeah.
with the whole situation up there. Shaun Moore's
Cool.
smoke. So,
Brad, you said you had a question. What's up?
Yeah, the game from last week with the upset with the goalposts. How they get the goalposts out that stadium?
Hey, I watched that video, man. They did it very carefully. They had to get the right angle and moving around all over the place. I mean, the cops gave them followed them all the way to the river and let them do it. That was some cool stuff, though.
yeah.
Hey
dude, when the Bucks win, I'm going down on the field. I'm going to try to rip their goalpost down and go throw it in a lake somewhere.
Dale, you in Eugene, Dale.
I'm just joking.
Don't do it, Dale. You in
Don't
Eugene,
get arrested in
Dale.
Oregon, Dev. Jeez.
Yeah. Won't see Devin for a while.
Man, we need you to come back to Tallahassee safe, man.
Hey, I wanted to know what you guys think what the biggest key is for the Buckeyes to win this game on offense or defense, whatever it is. What is the biggest key that you want to see the Buckeyes do this game to win the game? Brad, start us off.
You know I'm gonna keep it blood raw with y'all. I'm a trenches guy. I'm a trenches guy all the way. It goes bow down to the O linemen. It goes bow down to the D line. Also, the linebackers have to fill those holes and cannot miss no tackles. That's what they're gonna fall down. And less mistakes. Because we are in Eugene this weekend at nighttime where anything can go. But I'm walking with the trenches, O-line, D-line, linebackers fill the hole, and less penalties.
I love it.
Yeah. Tony, how about you?
I think, personally, I think just chunk plays, I think, are the biggest thing. Oregon has caught a lot of good bounces. They've had a lot of chunk plays. I think we take that away. They're kind of just a pedestrian dink and dunk 5-yard hitch type of thing. And if we can stop the running game, even better. The O-line, I think, is a big deal with the Josh Fryer situation. we can handle that, and we outlast them with our depth. We're way deeper than them. I think we're bigger, faster, stronger at every position, and we just wear them down. I think it's what we got to do.
Yeah. Yeah. What about you, Shaun?
I was going to say the lines of scrimmage, but I think it's important that they get out to a fast start. I want to take the crowd out of it. If you get a fast start, you get them down, you get that momentum going. That crowd's going to be out of it because they're going to be hyped when it first starts. They're going to be pumped. We got to control the line of scrimmage. I think we ought to go down, score right away, get that crowd out of it, and I think we'll wear them out, run some tempo. The one thing I do see on defense that kind of worries me is the tight end, because for some reason, Jim Knowles' defense always has trouble with tight ends. So I want the linebackers or the safeties to key in on that tight end, because that tight end's really good.
Yeah.
So
hey, real fast, I think Melo's back. Melo, if you're on here, dude, boot me off. Come back on, bro.
What's up, homie? We're going to say
Hi,
later
man.
to Dev. Hey, I know the internet is so trashy over here. I'm going to be honest.
It's like the Brady Bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. All right, y'all. You stay blessed. All right, I'll holler at y'all.
All right, brother.
Be safe, Devin.
I'm going to call you.
Yeah. Safe travels.
Safe travels, bud.
Hey, I'm
Well, I guess
back.
I'll give
The
mine.
fellas knew I was having a little internet